Hello everyone and welcome to Well Done English class. Today we will do an A1 English lesson with countable and uncountable. Now you may think, what is countable? What is uncountable? So today you will find out what they are and how to use them. Okay, let's begin with the countable. So countable is when we can count them. So we have count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am counting. Able is able, and that means can. So can count. Countable. Countable nouns are the nouns that we can count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 somethings with an S. So if there is only one of a countable noun, we use a or an in front of it. A lemon, an apple. Yes, an apple because we can't say a apple. A apple. It doesn't work. The sound doesn't sound right. A apple? No. An apple. Perfect. So this is for vowel sounds at the beginning of the word that you are speaking about. Countable nouns with a vowel sound. A, E, I, O, and U. Yes, these are the vowels, and if this word begins with A, E, I, O, U, normally you use an, okay? You use an instead of a. Perfect. If there is more than one of a plural noun that is countable, we usually add S to the noun. Apples, lemons. How many apples do you have? I have 5 apples. Okay? This is different to Turkish. In Turkish, they would say beş elma. They wouldn't say beş elmalar. That would be the plural. They wouldn't say this. So in some languages, they do not pluralize the noun. They have the number and then the singular noun. But in English, we pluralize the noun, which means put an S on the end of it. Lemon, a lemon becomes lemons. An apple becomes apples. Perfect. That is countable. Now, how do we ask how many of something there is? So the quantity. Quantity is how many. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? That is how many things there are with countable. So how many pigs are there in the picture? Shall we count together? Let's have a look. 1 pig, 2 pigs, 3 pigs, 4 pigs, 5 pigs, 6 pigs, 7 pigs, 8 pigs, 9 pigs, 10 pigs, 11 pigs, and 12 pigs. There are 12 pigs in the picture. Did you see when I said the first one, 1 pig? Yes, that's the same as a pig. But after, when I go to 2, 3, 4, 5, I say pigs. 5 pigs. Okay, so remember, if we have more than one, we pluralize the countable noun. Perfect. So how many people are there in the car? Pretty easy. There's 1 person, and then there's 2 people, 3 people, and then 4 people. Now you might be thinking, why isn't it peoples with an S? Because people is an irregular noun. Because when we say how many people, people is the plural of person. Person, singular, people, plural. We do not need the S with this specific noun. Okay? So be careful. Sometimes the noun does not take the S. In this case, people is one of those nouns. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to talk about uncountable. Of course, we have at the beginning un, which makes it negative. Not. Count a bull. Do you remember a bull is can, right? So if we have un and a bull, it means can't. So can't count. Unable to count. Let's have a look at these nouns. Okay, so uncountable nouns are nouns we cannot or do not count. So no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's look at some examples so you understand what we are talking about. They are always in the singular form, so we never use a or an with them. Something like coffee or sugar. So you see here, coffee and sugar, there's so many tiny particles. So small we cannot count the coffee. There's too many little pieces. The same with liquid. There's no way to count the water in my bottle. How can I? It's impossible. It's not one bit of liquid. There's not one water. There's not one or a coffee. It is uncountable because it's impossible to count. Good. We can use quantity words with them. So a spoonful of sugar. So even though we don't count the sugar, we count the spoons of sugar. How many spoons of sugar would you like? I would like 4 spoons full of sugar. Thank you very much. So the same goes with the coffee. We can count the cup of coffee. Yes? How many cups of coffee would you like? Well, there are 4 of us at the table. We would like 4 cups of coffee, please. Perfect. Okay, so with uncountable, do we use the word how many to ask about quantity? No, we don't say how many. We change that word to how much. How much sugar do you want in your tea? How much water do you drink per day? This is uncountable. Then we use a countable metric, such as a litre. I drink 3 litres of water every day. Very good. I drink 2 litres of water. That's the metric. How much sugar do you want in your tea? I would like 2 spoonfuls of sugar in my tea. So that's how we count the uncountable, by adding a countable before it. Something of something. Yes, a bottle of water. Perfect. Now that you know countable and uncountable, and which is how much, which is how many, we're going to do an exercise together. We have a thief in the supermarket and we're going to click on the right option. So the first one, someone stole food and drink. Now, is food at the top? Food did he steal? What question do we ask? Is food countable or uncountable? Think about it. So well done. Yes, food is uncountable, of course. Oh, what we have here, what is the biggest clue? He stole some apples. So we see the S. The S instantly allows us to know that it is countable, because an uncountable noun cannot take an S. So we know it's how many did he steal? He stole 7 apples. Perfect. Not a very good criminal if he's just stole 7 apples, but you know. Okay, again, here we go. Something sugar did he steal? Remember earlier, was sugar countable or uncountable? Well done. Of course it is uncountable. We have a cube down here, a cube of sugar, or a spoonful of sugar. We have bottles of water here. So bottles of, just like I said earlier, is countable because it's bottles is the countable noun, not the water. The water is uncountable, but here it's how many because we're counting the bottles. Perfect. Okay, all right, easy one again. Can anyone tell me why it's so easy? Because we have the S. Bananas. If we have the S, what is it? It's clearly countable. With countable, we say, how many bananas did he steal? He stole 7, 10, 20, 500 bananas. Who knows? Perfect. Or 1. There's just one of the. Is this the answer? He stole 1 banana. Or he stole a banana. Oh, cheese. Again, I was just talking about cheese. Cheese is one of my favorite foods. I love cheese. But is cheese countable or uncountable? Of course, cheese is uncountable. It's a block of cheese, right? We can't say how many cheeses. Ugh. We say how much cheese did he steal? Perfect. All right, easy again. Why is it so easy? Because we see the S, right? Now everybody knows. Easy peasy. He stole some tomatoes. Of course, it's how many? Because it is countable. Easy peasy. Perfect. Okay, orange juice. So we know with orange juice, again, it's a liquid like water, and all liquids are uncountable. So we know it's how much. He stole 5 cartons of orange juice. Perfect. Oh, easy peasy, right guys? He stole some cakes. If we have the S, what is it now? I'm sure it's too easy for you guys at this point. Cakes gives you the easy and clear answer. It is a countable noun. 1 cake, 2 cakes, 3 cakes, 4 5 cakes, 6 cakes, 7 cakes more. That is the end of this class. I hope after this class you completely understand the difference between countable and uncountable. Thank you very much for watching today. If you want to watch another video on the channel and you want to know how to have an introduction conversation, the very beginning when you meet someone, you can click here and watch this video. If you want to do more grammar and you want to do the past simple, you can click here and I have a video explaining the past simple in detail. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.